found her vehicle alongside of the road. They found her wallet and other personal items. But they just said in the beginning of the video, the beginning of this investigation, they said that she didn't have her wallet on her at the hotel. Hence why she didn't have enough money to pay for the room. So I'm confused. I mean, did she just say that she didn't have a wallet just to say that? I mean, what was really going on? I'm starting to wonder, maybe was she under the influence of something, or did she have a manic episode? Mental illness is a very serious thing, but we're going to go ahead and continue.
Miles around, including the shores of a nearby lake, but found nothing. And with no sign of the young doctor, Teleka Patrick was officially declared missing on the 6th of December. Leading up to her disappearance, everyone who came into contact with Teleka that night all shared a similar story. Something was clearly off with her. She seemed nervous, even terrified, prompting some to immediately conclude that foul play was involved, and that perhaps she had somehow been hunted down. To address this theory, police dogs would be brought in to track her scent trail, which bizarrely led them from her open car door directly to the side of the road before coming to an abrupt stop, seemingly insinuating that someone had picked her up, willingly or unwillingly. Adding to the suspicious nature of her disappearance, the night prior, Teleka had called a friend of hers named James Davis, who was living in St. Louis at the time, and explained to him that she believed someone was trying to kill her, and that she needed to get away from Kalamazoo to go visit him. And it's believed that she was driving to St. Louis to meet Davis immediately before she vanished, perhaps confirming that her concerns were in fact warranted. Given the nature of her vanishing, the story of Teleka Patrick immediately became a viral news story, with a search effort quickly being launched to determine what had happened to her. But early on, this would yield little to no results, as much like the air on that winter night, her trail grew deathly cold. However, on the internet, a new trail was forming.
I love is you.
Frustrated by the lack of answers in person, investigators started digging into the online history of Teleka Patrick, which led them to their most important discovery yet, her YouTube channel. Going by the name of Sandra3000KC, Teleka would publish a series of 9 videos within the span of 1 week in early November 2013, with one of the most infamous being a clip titled My Awesome Day, where she sits in front of her camera and addresses someone she refers to as Baby.
Hi, baby. Good night. It's Teleka. I am just coming to you to say hi and just to tell you about my day.
The video certainly wasn't without its strange moments, as at one point she stops and touches her chest before saying,
Baby, I felt that.
while also going on to randomly burst out into song, which seems to last the majority of the video.
And now I'm home finally. Yes. Put it up a little bit of fight, it's alright.
And these somewhat unusual moments continue from here, as each of her 9 uploads follow the same exact format, serving as almost unscripted love letters to this unnamed man. In various clips, Teleka even alludes to the potential relationship troubles between the two, referencing how she didn't really know what was going on between them.
I don't know what's going on, you know, in life and stuff. I have an idea, but I don't know everything.
But still adamantly reaffirming the fact that she wants to make things work, and that she is still deeply in love.
You do your best, and I do my best, and we give each other a chance.
So in love that she even filmed herself cooking extravagant meals made for 2, going as far as to set the table for...
Okay, I'm going to rewind it.
I don't know everything.
But still adamantly reaffirming the fact that she wants to make things work, and that she is still...
Listen to what this man is saying. The YouTuber that made a video on this crime documentary, his name is Nick Crowley. I'm going to leave a link. Listen to what he's saying in detail. I'm going to rewind it, and I'm going to say what I need to say.
episodes follow this same exact format, serving as almost unscripted love letters to this unnamed man. In various clips, Teleka even alludes to the potential relationship troubles between the two, referencing how she didn't really know what was going on between them.
I don't know what's going on, in life and stuff. We have an idea, but I don't know everything.
But still adamantly reaffirming the fact that she wants to make things work, and that she is still deeply in love.
You do your best, and I do my best, and we give each other a chance.
So in love that she even filmed herself cooking extravagant meals made for two, going as far as to set the table for both of them, despite the fact that this date wasn't actually present.
Here are my raw materials.
Okay. This is what I have to say. Now, this is the part where I looked at the comments. Some people think that she was being delusional. She might have had a mental, psychotic disorder. She might have been making this up. Okay, this is you have to think about it like this. This is a grown-ass woman. A grown-ass woman. Only little girls make up relationships. Unless maybe she might have the mental state of a 5-year-old. There are some grown women out here who have a mental state of a 5-year-old. And I get it. And I'm not judging because, I still have some ways, that I have some ways where I need to correct and I need to be more mature. But unless this woman is 5 years old in her head mentally, she can only be making this up if she's mentally 5 years old, because only 5-year-olds or really young girls have crushes. Like, when you get grown, you don't sit up there and make videos and extravagant meals for you and another person if you're mentally ill, unless, like I said, she has a mind state of a little girl. And I just don't understand how someone her age, of her caliber, of her intelligence could be that age. And you will never understand what's going on in someone's mind unless you actually talk to them. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a private detector. I'm a private detective. I'm not a police officer. I am not involved in this case. I'm not even a psychologist. But I just feel like using my own common sense and using my own brain, I just don't understand how a woman of her age and caliber and intelligence make something like this up. Now, he's going to dive in deep into who she's talking about, who she could possibly be talking about, and we're going to get into that.
I don't even eat chicken. I'm vegetarian, but I want that for you. That's just potatoes so far. If you were here, this is what will be your plate. Broccoli and tomatoes and peppers and...
You gotta ask yourself, who ate all this food? Did she cook this food and throw it away? Even the chicken she made, did she cook the chicken and then just throw it away or give it to someone? Like, they never said what she did with the food. I just thought about that shit. They never said what she did with the food. What did she do with the food that she cooked? All the food that she does not enjoy or does not eat, where did she put that food? Did she cook it and then put it in her refrigerator? Did she cook it and throw it away? Did she cook it and give it away? Or did she really cook it and give it to the man she's involved with? Still till today, we still don't know who this man is. People are only speculating who they think she's talking about. And even who they're speculating, they're making it seem like she's crazy and she's making this up.
Cheese.
And within these videos, a few key moments make it clear that the two had actually met in person quite recently, as she points to a bouquet of flowers that she states,
And last time.
insinuating that the two had likely gone on some sort of date within the days prior. Viewing her content as a whole, despite some of the more unusual moments,
I don't know where I left off, but Basically, what I'm trying to say is, if we messed around, we messed around. If we didn't, we didn't. I'm not here to lie on anyone, and I don't want anyone to lie on me. So I don't understand why they think she's lying. Maybe, like I said, it's one of the two. Either she does have a mental disorder where she is a 5-year-old in a grown woman's body, where she has that mental state of a 5-year-old or a young girl, or she really was messing with someone, because that's the only thing that makes sense. Like, a grown-ass woman does not make up being involved with someone. And then she posted these videos on YouTube. So I get what Nick Crowley is saying, but let's just be real. Why would she post this on her YouTube if she didn't want people to view it? Not just the man that it was for, but other people. What is she cooking all this for? Either she is mentally a little girl, mentally unstable. She's a mentally unstable little girl, or she really is this intelligent woman that really was dealing with someone that did her wrong. That didn't want to be known for whatever reason. Like I said, I'll get into it. What I think, if she really is dealing with a man, I'll explain to you towards the end of this podcast what kind of man I think she was dealing with.
To emerge, and the channel was thrown into a far different light. As according to all those close with her, at the time these videos were released, Teleka Patrick should have been single.
Patrick's family issued this statement in response to the new video. To our knowledge, Teleka was not in a romantic relationship, and it's unclear to whom she is making reference in this video.
Not once had Teleka, a woman who was said to be quite open and talkative.
And by the way, just because she didn't mention to her friends and family she was involved with someone, that doesn't mean she wasn't involved with someone. Just because someone doesn't mention to friends and family that they're in a relationship or they're involved with someone, doesn't necessarily mean it's that she's not. She might have not been in a serious, maybe commitment, or she might have been. I don't know. We don't know. I'm not Cleopatra, but I will say this, though. I'm going to say this. Just because a woman doesn't tell her friends and family who she's involved with, that doesn't mean she's not involved with someone. We all don't have that, personality where we like to overshare our personal life with friends and family. Some people keep their personal life to their personal life. I know for me, I don't share my personal life even with family members. I don't even share I tell them what I need to tell them, but they don't need to know personal details. Some things you need to keep to yourself. So just because she didn't share with her family members, I'm in a relationship or I'm involved with someone, that doesn't necessarily mean she wasn't involved with someone. That doesn't necessarily mean she's crazy. And that doesn't necessarily mean that she's lying. It could just mean that maybe the man that she was involved with, maybe it wasn't something serious, but she felt something deeper for him that he felt for her. Or maybe it was a commitment, but, she didn't really want, people to know too much. Who knows? Who knows? I just know one thing. Like I said, I'm going to stick to this, and I'm always going to stick to this. Just because this grown-ass woman is saying she was involved with someone, that doesn't necessarily mean she's lying or delusional. Maybe she was. Or, like I said, going back to what I said, juggling back to what I said, maybe she might have a mental disorder where, I don't know the exact name, but, grown-ass women sometimes have that mentality of a little girl. And, you can't think like that all the time. It's okay to be a kid at heart sometimes. But when it comes to stuff like this, don't no real grown-ass woman do this. And this is why I feel so terribly, deeply sorry for her and her family, because her love life is not even the problem. The problem is she disappeared. They're looking for her, and they need answers as to what happened to this young woman. They need to know what happened to her, regardless of whatever was going on in her personal life. Her personal life, of course, is of course has something to do with it, but people need to stop focusing on her personal life and focus on the facts. The facts are